Hey everyone, this is Kalliope, and I'm here to dispel some concerns about the upcoming changes to healing in Dragon Age Inquisition. There are three major differences with healing as compared to Origins and DA2. There are no more passive health gains outside of combat, which was the biggest source of free healing in the previous two games. Mages no longer get access to regular low-delay healing spells, regardless of their spec. While it was possible to play without a dedicated healer in both of the previous titles, it was usually the player's choice. The last change is the new limit on the maximum number of health potions that players can carry. In the other two games, players could bring as many as they wanted, so long as they had room in their bag for the base stack. These are major gameplay changes that will take some getting used to. The new basic goal is to avoid and mitigate damage. Thankfully, BioWare's given us a bunch of options, both new and old, to help us do that. Most importantly, there will still be a group healing spell. The catch is that it costs focus. Since focus is a group resource that builds up over the course of a fight, this ability can only be used sparingly. Still, a limited healing option is better than none at all. Mages in the previous games could spec into a spell called Barrier, a single-target shield against damage. In Inquisition, Barrier now casts a shield on all friendly units in a targeted area. If used wisely, that's up to 4 buffs for the price of 1. Warriors can use their abilities to build up a new resource called Guard, giving themselves an additional health buffer against incoming attacks. This makes bringing a warrior tank more valuable than ever. Your tank will keep generating temporary health bars for enemies to chip away at, while drawing their targets away from other party members. The best way to cut down on damage taken is to prevent it from being done in the first place. Crowd control will be key in Inquisition, whether via traps, stuns, or other yet-to-be-revealed tactics. Remember, if an enemy is subdued, then it's not damaging the party. Abilities that interrupt enemy casts will also help with damage avoidance. For example, a well-timed shield bash from a warrior can stop an opponent from casting a major damage-dealing ability. This saves the warrior from using a lot of stamina maintaining a damage-reducing shield wall. A few item changes will also help with regenerating party health. New healing grenades will enable players to heal party members in a specific targeted area. Players could potentially combine Barrier with a healing grenade to shield their party from damage, then safely raise their health while they're already grouped up. Though the Inquisitor is limited to a certain number of potions, extra potions can be carried on a per-character basis. This means the maximum number of available potions is actually higher than it appeared in the demos. The Inquisition automatically refills the party's health potions when they return to camp. This leaves the player free to focus on potion rationing while adventuring, rather than worrying about replenishing their supply when they return. In the end, it all comes down to using different tactics. A few basic guidelines should help you stay on track when it comes to strategizing in Inquisition. Avoid unnecessary damage whenever possible. If it means running away, every class has an escape ability. Otherwise, there are interrupts and stuns at your disposal. Mitigate whatever damage you can. Use damage-reducing skills like Barrier if you know your party's going to be taking a lot of damage. Use crowd control to lock down enemies. An opponent that isn't doing damage is as good as a dead one. Deal with them later, after you've thinned out your enemies a bit. Ration your potions wisely. I know it's tempting to top off your party, but try to save your potions for when your group is actually low on health. If you've been following the other tips on this checklist, then you should have an easier time making your potions last. I know there are probably some people out there who aren't reassured by any of this. Don't panic. If you really don't want to deal with tactics, BioWare has made sure that casual mode still suits your needs. It's up to you how you want to play, and if you'd prefer to primarily focus on playing one character and keeping them alive, then you still have that option. That said, having some awareness of how to mitigate and avoid damage will still help you, so keep that in mind as you travel through Thedas. Hopefully this video helped put some of your concerns to rest, no matter how you intend to play in November. It won't be as bad as you fear, I promise. Once you get into the right mindset and avoid damage rather than healing through it, this will all get a lot easier.